Leaky Shoes just walked in the door. Snow. What's up, guys? Not seeing any comments yet. Seen these yet? How about those? What's going on, guys? How are you? Wyatt, what's up? So I bought these Gerber tools at Home Depot, and I told the chick, as we're, you got to self-check yourself now. So the chick that's standing there making sure you don't steal no shit, and I'm like, hey, these have these safety things on them, these anti-theft things on them. You need to take them off. And she's like, no, I never take them off. It shouldn't set off at the door. And I'm like, well, okay. So we walk out, and here I am, and they're stuck through here. Oh, I guess, no? See? So you break the fucking plastic sensor piece off, but this little fucking thing's still captive, and it's captive through the tool. So I guess I have to break into it and then cut the metal pin. But I was trying to keep the packaging so that I can compare the two different tools. Love the Minimalist Wallet. Can't wait to get it. Right on. I'll show you guys those in a second. Ryan Ray, what's up? Witherspoon Peoples, how are you? Byron, what's up? Bill. Mike W. Sam, what's going on, man? Shipped today, super hype, right? We shipped a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff went out. The Bacon Day orders, we're waiting on the bacon. And we got some of the bacon, but we're still waiting on a lot more. So several batches of the Bacon Day orders went out. The Blue Line orders, I think about 100 of each of these shipped today. There's some of these that were waiting on something, so those went. A lot of orders went out today. I'm not sure. I haven't even been out on the floor, so I'm not sure what the girls were working on. We only had about half crew today. Again, ice. So let me get this thing, see if I can cut these off of here. You have to buy another tool to open the tool. Maybe this tool will do it. We'll see. I'm sure I can get it open, but I wanted to keep the packaging intact just for comparison stuff. You know what I need? I need a razor blade. So back we go. Imagine if I had one in my pocket. Oh wait, I do. I just bought one to keep in my pocket. I actually didn't even realize that was there. Does this one have a special anti-theft price? Boy, I can just see slicing this right into my hand. So what's everybody's plans for tomorrow? Oh, look, they actually made it so you could actually get the tool out of here. I'm surprised they don't have lawsuits with the crazy packaging and how many people fucking slice their hands open on packaging and shit with all the other stupid lawsuits that exist. I mean, I would think that there's probably some lawsuits that have to do with how silly their packaging is. You know what I need? I need a 5-year-old to open this for me. So what is this? This is a Suspension NXT. fits fucking perfectly in that thing. And then this one is MP600 Basic. Of course, it's pinned through the tool also. This one came with a pouch. That's probably why it cost more. This looks like the just normal asshole Gerber tool that we had forever. The first ones didn't have this lock thing. I'm not even sure what this lock thing does here. I think it brings this down. No, I guess it unlocks the other tools in there. We'd always seen, like the Gerber tool never was as strong of a tool. Like these were always a problem. The first multi-tool I ever had was a SOG tool, and I cut a ton of chain link fence. Like you'd cut the chain link and it would bruise, like this right here would be bruised for days after cutting chain link fence with it. And you're working on fixing my wife's windshield wiper motor, putting new temperature and temperature actuator door on her car, right on. You can flick it open one-handed. Yeah, you can flick it open one-handed. Yes. That one you can. This you cannot. Yes, you can flick it open one-handed. My SOG tool, you didn't have to flick open. It was always open. I'm still, like today, I think Leatherman, like quality-wise, I have this on. I think quality-wise, you can't beat Leatherman, man. I don't know what their warranty is nowadays. It used to be you could buy, that you could buy a broken Leatherman, you know, at a flea market or surplus store, and you send it in, and they just send you a new one. But I bought these I have a ton of them somewhere. I feel like I have a box of different multi-tools. People go through and clean my stuff up, and then they don't know where they put it, and I definitely don't know where they put it. But if it's left to me to clean my shit up, I don't ever clean my shit up. I just buy more of it. So I think this was the first one. And this one's it has a lot of fucking bullshit sticking out on it and sharp edges. So while that Leatherman tool they put in here is bigger, this one just kind of catches more. And even this one has like some plastic shit on it. I don't know what that plastic thing there does. I feel like this has something to do with, maybe that's the lock for, I don't fucking know. Like, my buddy Drac builds, I don't even know where it is. My buddy Drac builds these super high-end Nerf guns. Like, fucking $1,000, $2,000 Nerf guns, right? Here's one. Right there. And he has a nonprofit, and the nonprofit goes out to parks and does stuff with inner city youth. And he gets companies to sponsor these things, and they give them darts, right? And Nerf gives him guns, and some of the other, soft dart companies give him guns. And he puts them on tables, and they'll have fucking 500-600 kids show up. You ever been to like a really nice, like a rich area, right? Where they have the big churches, and they've got the fucking cops out there directing traffic for the church. Or soccer fields is another one we see, like in Franklin, which is, it's an expensive area, expensive neighborhoods and stuff. And will this open in my pocket? It will not. This is fucking cool. This Milwaukee Exacto knife, you know, razor knife, will lock closed and open. And this one has a little bit driver. I assume, again, it's smarter than I am. I can't get the, there it goes. So you can just use your normal number 2 bits and stuff in these, your driver bits. That's fucking pretty cool. I was thinking today that I wanted one of these. And again, okay, so it's a liner lock here, but you don't have to worry about that coming open and cutting you while it's in your pocket. I like that. I'm going to use that thing. So Drac, Nerf guy, gets all these companies, and he sets all these guns on the table. And anyway, so he does they're huge events. Like he has to hire off-duty officers to direct traffic at his stuff every time he does one. And he does one once a month. I think it's once a month. And it's free. So kids, all ages come, and he's running video cameras. So all age kids come, and they're video, and they pick the guns up, right? They pick up the Nerf guns, and they get a whole thing of darts, and they got to load up their mags or load up their tubes or whatever they have. And he videos all this shit. The kids always go for the neatest looking guns. And you get about 5 seconds of this Nerf gun in these kids' hands, and if they can't automatically cock it or make it work, they put it back down and get the one that they are familiar with. And they always try to make the one work, the cool one, the new Wazoo Fandangle, special color, 3D print, whatever it is. They try to make it work in the manner that they are accustomed to making it work. And that it is battery and you just pull the trigger, or it is you pull it back and cock it, right? Like every kid picks up a Nerf gun, they all fire the same way. No matter how cool the gun is, if the kid can't make it work in 3 to 5 seconds, they never get used. So Drac takes this footage and goes to these companies and goes, hey, you've got a really cool product. You're not selling because kids can't use it. And they're like, what are you talking about? He's like, I have fucking, 1,600 hours of footage of kids picking your gun up and can't figure out how to use it, and literally pitting it down and picking up your competitor and can use it right off the bat. Well, we would love to see that. Okay, well, this is how much that footage costs. Here's your market analysis and your market research, and you're going to pay me, which is way cheaper than you doing it yourself, and I already have your kids available. I already have the bodies, right? And that's my point. This multi-tool right here. I'm 50 years old. I had the very first Leatherman. I had the very first Gerber. I had the very first SOG. I've had the first of a lot of them, right? I have a ton of the ones that were issued, right? I've got the Leatherman Mutt. You can always figure out how to use a Leatherman. But this Gerber right here, and that's why I just told that story. This Gerber right here, I don't know what the fuck this does, and I don't know what this is for. And I mean, it might be the coolest thing in the world. So this pulls out. Okay, this has scissors. So this is probably the lock. This is the release right here. Okay, but it's fucking, it's just kind of fucking chintzy. Like this thing right here, I guarantee you I can bend this back and fucking break this right now. If not break it, bend it back the opposite. It'll never be the same. That's definitely going to happen sitting on my shit right here. That's definitely going to fucking happen. So it's got problems. I bought it because it was the only ones they had at Home Depot where I happened to be, and I needed it for photos. So now I can say, yes, it'll hold these, right? Here's some pictures of it. So for all you cheap motherfuckers that like Gerber, so when you see them in the photos, there's some Gerber shit. But they're not as nice as they're not as nice as anything else on the market. So how are you guys? This is the pocket slide. That's what they look like. Those are available. They are online right now. The Minimalist Wallet. I built this years ago. We showed it on live feed when I built it. There was a lot of interest. I never brought it out. This afternoon I sat down, built a couple of them, figured out how I wanted to do them. This is what it is. You have Velcro, you have no Velcro. You have a window, and you have a pocket. What does it hold? It holds all your cards, right? It holds your ID. It holds your ID cards, holds your credit cards, holds your anything that size business cards, right? It's a minimalist wallet. I've got dozens of dudes like, can you add this? Can you change this? No, we're not. It is what it is. If you want something different, maybe we'll do, 24 pieces the other way later. But this is what it is. If you need to change it, don't order it. I get it, no problem. It wasn't available to you until today. And if you're not a buyer, that's all right. You haven't bought it in 35 years that I've been building shit. We're gonna do them in a couple colors. There will be a custom color option on there. If you're on our text list, then you already got a text tonight. That didn't go to anybody on the email list. If these were not on the email, they went out in our text list only, and the text gave you a link to be able to order this. And in there is a custom color, which costs $10 more, which means you can order it in green or green black trim or whatever you want, right? If you order Typhon, it's almost all going to be It's almost all going to be black, right? I don't have Typhon edge tape. I don't have Typhon Velcro. You're going to have Typhon there. You're going to have black there. Inside, you'll have some Typhon, but it's going to be black. Got several texts. You should have only gotten 2 texts, Travis. You should have got our text for our main email that went out, and you should have got a text for the link to this. Those are the only texts you should have got. You shouldn't. If you got several, and they were from us, tell me that's the case. Tell me you got more than 2 texts, because you should not have. Something's askew if you did. My lifting straps came in today. Love them. Now they put the wallet. So the lifting strap, I actually build all the lifting straps. And I sew them over twice to make them pop, and I flip them over and sew them twice again, because we use black thread so they tension prop. So you actually have 4 lines of stitching holding those together. My concern when we started making them was that they would fail, and we've got them out there now for about 7 years, and we haven't ever seen them split. What colors do you have edge tape for? Red, blue, black, coyote, multicam black, multicam. I think that's it. I've got woodland coming. Don't order it. I don't know when woodland's going to show up. 2 shipping notes. We shipped a lot of stuff today. A lot of stuff went out of here. And then yesterday's stuff also went out of here today because of ice and snow. We were snowed in here for a little while yesterday. They finally got everything open. Just driving a couple miles from here to the nearest Tractor Supply, there's a big hill that goes down into Waverly, and there's a car on the side of the ditch upside down. It's been there since yesterday morning, and it's there now still. Well, it was a couple hours ago. What else got done today? We found a few. These didn't go on email either. I think these are sold right now. Amanda, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. You did get another text, didn't you? Amanda said she sent a text out and said, hey, we have 3 cop rigs. Get them before they're gone. We did not put that into email either. And the text guys, they get the announcement for the email an hour almost ahead of the email going out. Fupa yesterday got confirmation. Chef's hat right on. 3 texts, not 2. Good. There we go. New cigar cases. I mean, I'm glad you like it, man. I'm really pleased with it. I changed it around a few times. We added some different materials on the inside of it to give it more shape, more rigidity. Originally we had it higher. I lowered it so you could get to that. I went and bought some cigar cutters and some lighters also at a cigar shop. Just to play around. I think we're going to do some elastic cards that will go in those to hold those specific items so that you could put them, here. And you can put 4 cigars here, 4 here, and then 3 in the middle, so they'll kind of stagger, depending on the size. We couldn't get bacon print material. I'd seen it, so the intention was to get it. They discontinued it. So these are pigs, and I think this is supposed to be mud, or I don't know, pig shit, but it's on all of it. That's how it's supposed to be, pigs and mud. And I thought that was appropriate for bacon. And this is the company. These guys are fucking legit. It's expensive though. Like this is $2 a piece for this bacon. It's good though. It's fucking delicious. Cigar case organizers. Do you have business card holders there to compare with the Minimalist Wallet? Yes. What do you call a business card holder? The bifold? The bifold's a little smaller. Bifold's a little smaller. If you got a bifold and you're happy with it, don't buy the other. Have come apart because these shoes are probably 8 to 10 years old, and where they used to be, the Gore-Tex was glued into the seam right under the tread. Now they leak, so the water comes up from the inside, and the Gore-Tex doesn't even really work anymore. This is the second set here. This is the third that I've started using, but like I have brand new shoes sitting on racks that are, you know, probably a decade old at this point that I've never worn, but that makes me question the adhesives, if those shoes will even stay together at this point, should you really need to use them for real. ID card case, which would be the bifold. So these were the freebies like we gave out at SHOT Show. That's all that is. And it holds 3 or 4 business cards, and that's how when guys ask for business cards, we give them these. So the bifold wallets, these are bifolds. I got a few bifolds. I'm talking about the business card case. I don't have one here, man. How sweet are these? The bifold business card case. I don't have one, but they're a little smaller. I have 2 of the exact same pair. Yeah, man. When like black, right? They'll have black, and then next year they'll have a badass like black with just a little bit of red, and then next year they'll have more red with less black, and then they'll have like fucking purple and orange. So every time they have a color that I love, and I'm like, I'll buy a pair, and then when I go to get another, they'll have like just fucking horrible colors. So whenever they have colors I can live with, I always buy them. Like these shoes right here were my favorites, and you can't get them anymore. These S-Labs, like these were just the best. They're like when you put on a Solomon shoe and you've never worn one, the thing that really stands out is how light the Solomon shoe is. When you put on an S-Lab shoe, it's that much lighter again. And for outside doing any kind of stuff with the animals, none of these mesh shoes will work out there because the water will literally just fucking pour into your sock. And it's not ever water. It's water with shit always. When I come in, my socks will be so fucking wet. I'll leave them in the garage before I take a shower, out in the garage shower. And the next day when I pick the sock up, it'll be crunchy. Like you can literally fold it in half and it'll crack and pop. That's all the bacteria and shit in there. That's shit. It's literally shit. But the S-Labs are very soft, so they wear out. Like wearing them inside on tile, no problem. You take them outside and wear them around though, they wear down fast. Snapback hats, maybe. Guys, don't buy fucking snapback hats. When I run hats, I'll do snapbacks and flex fits. The snapbacks sit here forever. You have beanies. They'll be on the site if I do. We were talking about doing a couple more runs, different designs of beanies. What should we do? Which one? What do you want? We need to do some beanies. I need more coffee cups too. I think we're about to do a shirt that says "Give me liberty" or "I'll take it myself." We just got back in town right before I started this video. Just ordered a wallet 5 minutes ago. Why isn't it at my door? Holy shit, that's pre-wrapped bacon. The bare naked ladies we're talking about. Really love to see a pistol case, something subcon. So I made a pistol case for a long time. It was on the website forever. It might even still be on the website. We might have just made it invisible. It was a pain in the ass because it was $65, which costs twice as much as anything on the market. And guys would order them rarely, so it was a pain in the ass when we had to build them because we never had them sitting around. And if we did one now, it would be $125 minimum to build it. We just, like, it's not there. We're going to put this pistol mag case out, which is like a pistol case. If you put half the mags in there, you could put a pistol in there, probably no problem. I haven't finished it up. I'm not happy with the way it sits right now. I was going to make it for 6 mags on each wall, so 12 mags. But then it won't fit inside a tool bag. It's its own thing. And I don't want to put a handle on it. So if I put a handle on it, it becomes a whole nother animal. It's a completely different build. You can't build it at all the same way we would have. And you're back to $125. $125 thing that looks like a pistol case to put magazines inside. Guys that buy expensive mags would totally do it. But the market, most of the market won't do it. Cat in a hat emblem on a beanie. Just ran Expeditionary. Yeah, we ran Expeditionary hoodies recently. Flex fit hats are the shit. Well, then you guys should buy a fucking lot more of them, because you 10 guys that like them wait, you said flex fit, didn't you? Flex fit, yeah. Flex fit's what sells. I don't wear a hat. I don't care what kind of hat you guys like or wear. I mean, not that I don't care. I won't give you shit for it, for sure. They don't move. I sit on inventory, and we don't sit on inventory. All them shirts we have out there, I'll bet you half of them inventory's fucked up, and we have them, and you can't order them. That's probably why we have them. I need to start going through and go, okay, here's the design I have. This is how. That's probably what we'll do. We'll probably do it in the text app. I have these shirts. Inventory's correct. Order it tonight. It'll ship tomorrow morning to you. But they're limited sizes, so you got to click it and look at it. Steve Allison doing great, man. EDC organizer would almost work if those elastic pockets were mag loops. Oh, no, it won't work. Those elastic pockets are that thing's 5x7. Buy one for EDC shit. Put your pistol in it, see how it fits, and then put your 2 mags in the fucking slot pocket on the other side. Wore my hoodie clean off. Man, I wore hoodies all day today. I wore a hoodie over a couple of layers. My dirty one that has shit all over it. Literally, it's mud, but it's never just mud here. And then I put on a clean one when I got in my truck and went to Tractor Supply. And then tonight, that reminds me, I need to check this. Tonight, we were out, and it's 11, I think it's 11 degrees. And we're flying at this huge church. I have the drone up. And as soon as we got there, these ducks came over. So I droned the ducks, flew over the fountain a couple times, flew past some Christmas lights, and then flew over to the church and the giant-ass steeple. And I was coming back, and I was flying across some snow, and then I hit the pond, and I was trying to get the drone really close to the pond. And every time, I'd say at least 75% of the time that I have crashed a drone, it has been because I've trusted the drone, right? It has all these sensors. Well, this drone, where's this water from? It's snow off my shoes. This drone flies optically. It has to see to sense. It doesn't have radar to sense, I guess. And this motherfucker went in the water. And it still has water coming out of it. That might be the problem. Yeah, the water's coming out of the drone. So it went in the water. I fucking verticaled real quick, and it flew back up out of the water and flew over to, I was able to fly it, landed. I was still recording, stopped recording, turned it off. We went to another place I was going to fly at, and it would not fly. It said, I don't know what it says. It says, let it fucking dry off, I guess. So hopefully once it's dry, it'll dry out. But They're still, these are airports, cooling. So air comes in, air goes out. But I'm able to get water to come out of here, so I don't know. I tried turning it on. Might have fucking fried something. Who fucking knows? It comes across and says EDC or ECD failure something. Contact DJI for repair or contact GDI for something. So I am hoping tomorrow I'll be able to fucking start this up and it will fly. Is there water in here? Yeah, there's water in here. There seems to be water everywhere. So hopefully I have that flight recorded. It'll be good footage. This is dry here. So anybody know anything about drones? That's something that should not have been knocked off of there by those cats, probably. Dry that out ASAP. The water doesn't connect to electricity. It's all the trash in that, if that conducts, and it's completely dried out. It should work fine. Right on. It's not like a pond like you would think. It's a freshwater pond fountain. Should have been frozen, really. Have the Maverick Mini flew in a mud puddle after it dried out. Worked fine. Right on. Maybe I should get into drone repair. Man, I tried. I don't know. I've got 3 or 4 broken drones right now. I've got 2 on the way or at DJI. I've always got drones, and I tried to find a local place that would repair them because I break these motor arms all the time, right? I fly into the side of buildings. I fly into trees. I trust the drone because 95% of the time the drone fucking sensors work. So I trust it because it will usually, if I get close to, I can fly really fast towards something, and a couple feet before I'm there, it'll flare up, right? So I can just cut that piece, but it'll look like I'm traveling really fast because I am. And then it fucking hits something. So I try to find a local place. I'm like, can you guys repair these motor arms? Because you can buy the parts. I just don't want to get into soldering them and shit. And they're like, sure. Well, what you find is they send them out to DJI. Well, I can send it to fucking DJI myself. I came to you motherfuckers because I wanted it faster. I didn't want to send it to DJI. Electronics can work submerged in water if distilled, has nothing in it. Got any bags ideal for laptops? No, we make a laptop bag. It's really pretty big. And I don't have one to show you right now. Also, where do you get your test injection? Is it mail order deal or go to the doctor? So I go see my guy, but you can do them through the mail, and I get mine through the mail, but I go because I like to see them. I have a friend that owns the place, and we send a business card out with every single order. So if you've ever got an order from us, you should have that information. But go right here. Okay, I guess you do have to email them. info@optimizeyounow.com. And the beauty of it is, like, that shit comes to me FedEx. I get all my shit. They give me all the needles. They give me every fucking thing, and it's included. I don't know what it is a month. They do my hormones and Amanda's hormones. My son goes there. Several of my employees go there. I've got fucking hundreds of customers, of our customers, deal with the same place, and they do great. No update on the cat right now. Mail is the way to go. War coat. So it's a trip, right? So if your doctor is in Tennessee and you're in Tennessee, you have to go to your doctor twice a week for them to give you the shot. They can't send you home with it. But if you do business with a place in Kentucky, which is 45 minutes from here, the Kentucky doctor can ship it to you in Tennessee 100% legal. It's fucking, there's a lot of like silly bullshit that goes on. Cost me $125 a month. I want to say that's about where we're at for me. Any duffel bags, day packs you can show, trying to gauge the difference. No. No, I'm not gonna. No. We have pretty good videos, man, and I've got videos of both. You should watch the videos, and we can go from there. I make an 18-inch and a 24-inch duffel, and I make a day pack. And more importantly to you than the size is what you can actually buy. And you can see online exactly what we have. But I'm not pulling that shit all out right now. And I get it. I get it. You're thinking, well, I'm not going to fucking buy it. I totally understand, man. I totally understand. This is why you motherfuckers are outside all the time. Because you're just menaces. Like having a fucking monkey. So can the Tennessee dock ship to Florida? Andrew Moss, I don't know the answer to that, but the Kentucky one might. It's going to depend on your law. I would assume they can, man. But you know who could totally tell you? The email address I just gave you could totally tell you. I don't know the answer to it. Normal for a package to wait for acceptance at the post office. Mike, I don't know, man. I don't know. Is our package the only one you ordered? Are we really the only one you're waiting for? I ordered $1,000 worth of fucking bacon from Amazon, and I ordered direct from the manufacturer. My Amazon shit's not even fucking here yet. So, and it was supposed to be here in 2 days. I mean, everything's fucked up. There's fucking ice everywhere. I have no clue. Half the time, that thing means that it didn't get scanned when it moved. So we took it there. They didn't bother to fucking scan the tag in, or the tag wasn't printed when it went there. So that whole batch will kind of be in limbo until it shows up at its targets. And I'm in Michigan. All my stuff ships to crayons. Is that not like the easiest business you have ever done with like doing business with them? Is that not some of the easiest shit in your life? Like I have vendors and stuff, and I literally, when I email and order shit, and I get an email back in 5 minutes, they're like, it'll ship today, a couple hours from then, like here's tracking. I'm like, I wish every one of my vendors was like you. You guys are the fucking best to do business. And that's how doing business with Optimize You is. And like, I'm really like selling this up, right? I don't get any money from these guys. I don't get my shit for free. I don't get nothing. Like, they really are that good, and I pay for it, and I'm telling you they are that good. Like, I'm not trying to sell it. I don't get a percentage. I don't have an affiliate code with them. They don't do shit for me. I put all their business cards in our stuff because it is that good, and it will make you feel better. It will make you perform better. You will think faster, and you will sleep better. Go to your doctor, write a prescription. Some doctors. A lot of doctors aren't going to give you enough. They're going to give you enough. A lot of doctors don't know shit about testosterone. You will go to a lot of doctors and they still think it's fucking bad for you and it causes heart attacks. Go to a hormone replacement place. You don't have to go to mine. You can start with your doctor, but a lot of doctors don't know shit about this. And they will give you enough that will fucking it'll raise your test and it will raise your estrogen level. Like you'll start having all kinds of weird shit happen. Like you need to go to a fucking appropriate hormone replacement doctor. And a lot of these, like the ones we use, you go to any LabCorp. LabCorp is in every fucking town. And if they're not in the smallest towns, they're in the next town over. You go in, they draw your blood, they send it in, you do a teleconference, takes about 10 minutes, and then they send you your shit. And then you're gonna go in about 6 weeks, you're gonna have once you start taking it, you're gonna be tested. They've got videos on how to fucking use it. Start with your doc. If you have a good relationship with your doctor, if he tells you no or you don't like the answer, find another doctor. And keep in mind, a lot of them are just there for the fucking money too. My boy went to a hormone replacement TRT place in Nashville and they gave him testosterone. And it fucking raised his estrogen level to the point he was like a chick. He was emotional. His fucking nipples hurt. There was all kinds of crazy shit going on. And you know what the fix was? More testosterone. They raised the testosterone, put him on a like Clomid or something, Nolvadex, I don't know, maybe HCG. I fall between 1,200 and I feel like I'm dragging. Yes. So 1,200 though, but what's the available at the 1,200? Available is the important number. You could be at 2,400, but if you don't have available, it's not going to mean shit. So everything you've seen me do, like during COVID, I wasn't running any testosterone. For the first fucking year of the lockdown, no testosterone. When they tested me, my test was like 173. So jacked back up. I was off test for, I don't know, when I got sick, 3 months ago. I was off test. I didn't take any test in for probably 2 months. And I was at like fucking 70, like the lowest I'd ever been in my life. Still able to get shit done. But my numbers are all back stable now. I am performing at a lot higher level right now. 4 years ago, 260. Available is usually around 859. Good. Doctors are like mechanics. Some are amazing, some are hacks. Some just don't fucking know. Most doctors, are there to sell you pills and drugs. Most don't know shit. There is a huge fucking war against masculinity. You know, women should have testosterone. When my boy went in to get testosterone, my friend went in to get test, and a couple dudes that have worked here went in to look at getting test, their fucking test levels were lower than teenage girls. Because of the fucking diet that the fucking people eat. It comes down to what you eat. And not only what you eat, but what you eat, what it's fed. Like, what did your meat eat? And everything's fucking soy and fucking hormones and injections. How many fucking shots do they give a calf when it's born just to make it nowadays? Like, animals aren't the same. Fucking goats, you should be able to turn a goat out on an island, come back in fucking few years and have hundreds of goats. Almost all these goats around here, Spanish goats are what you want. They will forage. You don't have to fucking feed them pelletized feed and fucking hay. They will literally eat the wildlife. You take other goats though, they get chlamydia, they get fucking syphilis. You gotta vaccinate them fucking every year. You gotta deworm them all the fuck. You don't have to do none of that shit with Spanish goats. It just comes down to what you're putting in you. Educated guess. Called a practice for a reason. Found out that my vitamin D was low. Been taking 10,000 IU since April. Really believe that's why I'm not getting COVID. It'll definitely help you. And it's not a vitamin. They tell you vitamin D, vitamin D, vitamin D. It's a fucking hormone. And there are people who have written books that will tell you 30,000 a day. 30,000 a day. And it needs to be in what? It needs to be in olive oil, right? You want it in an olive oil carrier caplet. TRT in the family medical practice is voodoo. If you ever bring it up, they give you a side eye. They do. They absolutely, most of them do. Cold out here. The heater's all the way down and it has kicked on. We're supposed to have 40 degrees tomorrow, so we should have the rest of the ice and snow melt off. The snow melted today and is now fucking ice everywhere. What food promotes testosterone? Fucking meat, man. Red meat. Red meat. You ever heard of Liver King? Check out Liver King on Instagram and YouTube. He'll tell you eat liver. He'll tell you eat organ meat. Every animal, every predator in the world, the first thing they eat is the organs. All the tribes in Africa, when they would kill animals, right? The Maasai, all the elders and the alpha guys, the hunters, right? They would eat all the organs. All those steak and shit, that's what the weak people got. Doctor wrote prescription for me to go to tanning bed once a week. Seasonal effects disorder 20 years ago. 10 here tonight. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm gonna tromps up the hill and give rabbits water one. We're using bowls right now. I'm using rubber bowls this year so that when you smack them, the ice just falls out and it doesn't snap the bowl, which the hard bowls do. And then if you give them metal, it seems to freeze a lot faster. So I've got a big trough of water up there with a stock tank heater. So I just pop the ice out and give them water. So that'll carry them through the night. On what you should be eating, paleo, keto, or those good guidelines. Keto is definitely better for you if you can do it, if you will do it. Carnivore, even beyond that, which is just fucking keto with all meat, nothing but meats and fats. Paleo, the problem is most people when they do this shit, they don't really do it. You hear these terms like dirty keto, which is I'm mostly eating keto, but I also have some ice cream, or I have this other thing, right? If you eat a ton of fat, high fat, which is keto, high fat, high protein, and you add carbs in, your body stores all that shit and builds more fat in you. You will get fatter. So when you do keto, you have to do keto for real. There's no sneaking. And people don't realize a tablespoon of soy sauce has what in it? 4 carbs? I think it's 4 fucking carbs. And what's your carb range to knock you out of ketosis if you make it once you get into ketosis? I don't know what that number is. It's pretty low though. So people like I'll just do this and I'll eat this steak. Like keto looks like steak and put butter on your steak. You just when you get hungry, you eat more fucking meat. And if you could do like intermittent fasting where you only ate within certain windows, right? So if you go to bed at 10 o'clock, don't eat anything after 7 o'clock. And then you're going to sleep for a few hours, right? So that'll put you in that window. Get up in the morning, do fasted cardio, which is just walking on a treadmill or running on a treadmill. It just depends on what level of fitness you're at. And don't eat food until, fucking noon. Like, it's doable. The fasting will probably do equally as much for you as just, eating keto. But there's tons of groups and stuff. There's tons of fucking groups on Facebook. If you want to do any of this shit, you should follow Ken Berry, Dr. Ken Berry. That's my fucking doctor, Dr. Ken Berry. Wrote a book called Lies Your Doctor Told You. He is the keto doctor. They pay him to go to fucking seminars and speak all around the world. They pay him a lot of fucking money. And you have access to him right on social media. He does a live feed almost every fucking day. He's on YouTube. He's on Facebook. He comes and talks at our seminars. He'll be here in February. But just watch some of the shit he's saying. Watch enough to kind of know what's going on. Start fucking with it. And then you reach out to him. Because you're going to remember, when you reach out to him and ask him something, 400 people already asked him the same thing. And if you'd have watched 2 videos, you'd already seen the answer. You stayed under 40 carbs and we're in keto? In ketosis? 30 pounds on carnivore, yeah. They do eat the blood and the milk. They actually bleed the cow. They do. They bleed the cow and mix it together and make like a congealed blood pudding. Net carbs, stayed 1,200 calories a day, lost a lot. I'm talking 100 pounds a year and 80 pounds in 6 months. I've not been good during Thanksgiving and Christmas. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Good night.